Imagine walking away from everything familiar, the comfort of your home, a successful career, and chasing a dream so big it seems impossible. This is the story of Dan Preston, a British chef who traded in his apron for a hammer and chisel, embarking on a life-altering adventure to restore a historic chateau in the heart of rural France. In this video, we'll dive deep into Dan's incredible journey, from life as a chef to the challenges he faces in breathing new life into the majestic Château de Chaumont. Stay tuned for a story of passion, perseverance, and transformation. Dan's journey begins in the kitchens of the UK, where he worked as a chef for years. It was a career filled with fast-paced moments, precision, and creativity, yet something was missing. Despite the success, Dan felt the weight of wanting more. More than the sharp knives and dinner rush, more than the hustle of high-end kitchens, he longed for a new challenge. Like many of us, Dan reached a crossroads in life, a point where a new path seemed more inviting than the one he'd been walking. So, with a leap of faith, he left everything behind and moved to France. Armed with his culinary background, he sought a new way of life, a way to be connected to something real and meaningful. In 2022, while exploring the French countryside, Dan stumbled upon a hidden gem, the Château de Chaumont. But this wasn't just any chateau. It was a dilapidated ruin with a long history that had seen better days. Built in 1886, the chateau had long been a symbol of grandeur, but by the time Dan found it, it was in desperate need of restoration. The walls were crumbling, windows broken, and vines overtook much of the exterior. For most people, this would have seemed like a lost cause, but for Dan, it was an opportunity, one that would change his life forever. Dan didn't just see an old building. He saw a project that could transform not only the chateau but himself. The more he explored, the more he knew he had to take on this monumental challenge. Making the decision wasn't easy. The chateau was a massive undertaking, and Dan had no formal training in construction or renovation. But sometimes the greatest adventures start with the willingness to take risks, to learn, and to grow. And that's exactly what Dan did. With a leap of faith, Dan took the plunge. What followed was a journey filled with unexpected challenges and hard lessons learned. The road to restoration was far from smooth. Dan faced countless obstacles, from structural issues to the challenges of sourcing materials and learning the ropes of construction. But through it all, his determination remained unwavering. Each step required patience and persistence. Dan had no formal training in construction, so he turned to online tutorials, local craftsmen, and the knowledge of others to guide him. It was a constant process of trial and error, but with every mistake came growth. Dan's work ethic and passion fueled his progress, one brick at a time. Dan's journey wasn't just about the work. He found a sense of community in the French countryside. Local craftsmen, artisans, and other renovators joined him on his mission, offering their expertise and lending a helping hand when needed. It wasn't just about fixing up a building. It was about becoming part of something larger than himself. The chateau became a symbol of collaboration as Dan worked alongside others who shared his love for history and restoration. Fast forward to today, and the Château de Chaumont is unrecognizable from when Dan first found it. Though there's still much work to be done, the chateau has been transformed from a crumbling ruin to a thriving project, and its beauty shines through once again. Dan's journey is a testament to the power of persistence, hard work, and the willingness to step into the unknown. From chef to chateau restorer, his story shows that no dream is too big and no challenge too daunting. Dan Preston's story reminds us all that sometimes the greatest adventures are the ones that take us completely out of our comfort zone. What started as a simple desire for change turned into a full-scale restoration project that not only revived a historic chateau, but also helped Dan rediscover his own sense of purpose. Stay tuned as we continue to follow Dan's journey, witnessing more of his progress in the transformation of the Château de Chaumont. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on this inspiring restoration journey. And we'd love to hear your thoughts. What dream would you follow if you had the chance? Let us know in the comments below.